Yeah, in the bottom. Wow.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Yeah.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, before we get started, we're going to turn to face Jerusalem, the east. We're going to get our faces. You know what going to?
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
And we'll honor us to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of GMS, who teach you well. And peace and love to the elect of the nation of Israel. When the GMS Memphis camp come back out here again, this spirit power of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Lord, we'll let this camp be edifying to the elect. We're going to let the scriptures do the talking. Right? So we're going to start with the book of Romans, 11. This is book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is a high time to wake out of sleep. Right, so it's very critical, it's important for you to wake out of sleep if you haven't already. And 2/3 of our people refuse to wake out of sleep, man. Right? They want to stay stuck and sleep in la la land, man. They don't know what's going on right now with the war. Right? You got America walking this for the 13th day, 11th, 12th day. Now it's coming out the Russia, China, Turkey, part of NATO, supplying you with intelligence, man. So these people have no idea, man. They're stuck on the grid or something. They know all the biggest relevant news, the world with the figures, they know all that bullshit. Stand about the prophecies, man. The big news, man. The MOTV, right?
The latest streamers, you know. Because they got the IRL in real life right now. So you can literally like watch somebody's life and know somewhat everything about them, you know.
This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is a high time to wake out of sleep. Meaning to wake out of confusion, out of darkness. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Right, because salvation is in the door. Hey, Demai, you got first Corinthians?
Yeah.
Read out.
I got it. 14 and start at where?
Chapter 15 and 34.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 34. It said, awake to righteousness and sin not.
And this going right back here to Romans 13:11. Therefore, knowing the time, and that's the point. Our people don't know what time we are living in. So how can they wake up? They don't know. That's why the Lord sent his servants and prophets out here to wake you up. Right? But only the elect gonna wake up, man. Only the elect gonna come back unto repentance. For obedience to wake up is going to wake up to righteousness, man. Right? Go ahead.
It said, awake to righteousness and sin not.
And sin not.
For some have not the knowledge of the Lord.
Wait, for some have not the knowledge of the Lord, right?
I speak this to your shame.
Right, because the beginning of knowledge is what? Fearing you have as one right. Being obedient. Right? Because it said the fear of the Lord drive away sin. Because sin is what? Transgression of the law. You walk in contrary to the law, such as But the point is what? To awake to righteousness. So once you awake to righteousness, what? You're being occupied in the prophecy. You on your watch. So therefore the Lord not going to come upon you is the thief of the night, man. So you want to awake to righteousness, man. Which is what? Serving the truth and living power, man.
Can I read this out?
Yeah.
Isaiah 6 and 9, it says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their eyes heavy. And make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes.
And it's talking about spirit.
Okay. Yep. Lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Right, and convert and be healed. Come back to one of the true and living power, man. And I was just thinking about that last night. I might still do a lesson. Otherwise, I can still do a lesson on that. That everybody under the sun want to worship Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what you should want, especially if you're an Israelite man. That everybody going to worship Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai alone. That's what you should want, man. And when it starts now, become birth, it's an action behind it.
Oh yeah, I mean basically, speaking about it's time to wake up. That's that exhortation. That's what is it? Proverbs the 3rd chapter, wisdom crying without. So wisdom is crying like you're crying for Jake to wake up. You're shaking somebody like you need to get somebody up. You're shaking them, you might pour water on them, you might grab their leg and violently shake them, right? But the Most High, a lot of our people, He closed their eyes. He didn't even allow. They don't even know that they're asleep. You see what I'm saying? They don't even know that they're asleep. They're in a deep sleep. Right? So here it is, we're crying out to Him. And as it says in Matthew the 11th chapter, it's like the kingdom of heaven is like children sitting at the marketplace and calling out to their fellows, and they're not dancing and they're not mourning with their fellows. So here it is, we're dancing. We're dancing and singing a song. We're mourning. We're in a house of mourning. And Jake is like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Y'all keep hating. It's because the Most High, He has blinded their eyes. Essentially, and this is why you can't get really too hung up on Jake not getting it.
Yeah. Hey, that's the what is called Revelation 22 and 11.
This is Revelation 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
And that's it. You can't get it, we're moving on. Right? We're not out here, put a gun to your head to make you understand it. For one, it's up to the Lord to wake you up. And Paul holds 2 Corinthians 4:3.
Yeah, I read verse 10. Verse 10, it says, and he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.
Yeah, the time is now. The time is at hand for what? For the prophecy to be fulfilled, man. Ultimately, for the Lord to come there, man, and bring destruction, man, upon the wicked. And two-thirds all of the wicked is widow, as it says in Jeremiah the 5th chapter. Amongst my people I found wicked men. Because they refuse to repent, man, and come back unto righteousness.
It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Exactly. But the point is what? If you want to still call on Jesus Christ, Most High Christ bless, Yahweh, we're going to let it be, man. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to continue to serve and have so much time, man. Yep. Call on the truth and all the good. Right? But it's the Lord who has blinded these people, man.
Yep.
So when they don't want to wake up, they want to press the smooth brain, it's on them, man. And that's why they still have no hope for their sins.
Yeah, and if I say this, because you will hit the snooze button when you truly believe that it's not that important. Like it might be important, but it's not that important. But say you had a flight to catch to Brazil to meet a little baddie, and you cannot miss this flight. Jake will actually be dressed.
Wait for time.
You see what I'm saying? Jake will go to sleep
With the clothes
their
on.
clothes on. The bag will already be. Jake might go to the airport the day before and go to sleep. The whole day sleeping at the airport. Why? So you do not miss that flight. This is important. This is the most important thing. Gee, a baddie. Okay? And you don't want to miss that flight. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But if it's not that important, you'll hit the snooze. So what does it really mean when Jake does not receive his word? Is that really, it's not that important.
It's salvation.
See what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to do what's right.
It doesn't know about salvation. That's a weak-ass mindset to have.
So now, when judgment comes, the Most High will be nonchalant saving your ass.
Yeah, and the Lord reciprocate the same energy, man. The Lord said, you ashamed of me, I'm ashamed of you, man. If you deny me, I'm gonna deny you, man. You don't want that, man. Here it is, the Lord, the only begotten Son, that created everything that you see. And he tell you, I never knew you.
Dang.
Know the numbers on the hairs on your head.
I never knew you. You created me, Lord. How you not know?
Wow.
I don't want that nonsense. Right? You should want that, man. You should want
It's scary.
it's a fearful thing, man. For the Lord to deny you is fearful, man.
And the thing is, how about Shema Shai? The Lord is where we continue. The Lord is going to allow us to see that. He's going to allow us to see, like we see Jake that has been forgotten. Now we see them in that low state, but there's always hope because the Lord is not here yet. Judgment is not fully here yet. So there's always, he could make it. He could repent. You see what I'm saying? Like he could, the Most High could have mercy on him. But then when the doors of mercy are shut, and now all we see is judgment, the Lord's going to actually allow us to see that. He's going to allow us to see the judgment upon our people. And we're going to be, ooh, Lord, you going to kill all of us? You know, like that's where a lot of the prophets like, Lord, you going to take out all the Israel? Like, the Lord, I'm going to leave a remnant. Don't worry about it. It's always a remnant. I'm going to leave a remnant. You had Elijah. Lord, they have killed thy prophets. I'm only left alone. He said, look, I got 7,000 men that have not bowed down to David to Baal. Meaning, I got men tucked away. I got individuals tucked away, 7 men completion. So that's that 144,000. And the rest of the elect that the Most High has preserved. But in the grand scheme of things, it's going to look like when Esau comes down, that the whole nation is going to be destroyed.
Hey, just think about this. We came to the truth, like starting the Memphis camp, right? I thought I was just going to be by myself.
Hey.
But look at it. So the Lord already had this in motion. So it's like going to the 7,000 men that's about to leave because you really think that you're going to be out here on your own. But no, the Lord already had brothers sit up doing the same thing you were doing. Secret. You know? You got it.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So it's one of the other. Verse 16. So
you can only be one. You come to the without destiny, you can only be hot. If you cold, you're going to be destroyed. Warm, you're going to be destroyed. We did. It's no time to be warm and cold. We the end of this, man.
verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
You gonna stop it. You're coughing, you're hot. You make it work. You ain't hot enough. So you're gonna be pissed.
You're gonna send it back.
You're gonna send it back. You know? You might go to jail that morning because of this. But the point is not to be lukewarm, man. Hey, let's sing chapter verse 3.
This is Matthew chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, who have ears to hear, let him hear.
Now this talking about the spiritual creatures, right?
And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Why are you speaking to the multitude of pilgrims? Right? The disciples asking the Holy God's Son, why are you talking to the masses in parables? Why can't you just talk to them straightforward?
Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries to the kingdom of heaven. Ain't given to that nigga, ain't given to him, ain't given to Moab, ain't given to Edom, ain't given to Jay-Z, ain't given to D. No, it's given to you, man. Because the Lord only deserves a remnant, man. Only a remnant gonna be saved, man.
And that show you that you more important than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your life more important than Diddy. They got the world to find. You know what I'm saying? They crown is corrupt.
Right.
Because when America go down, they shit go down too. Right. We got an incorruptible crown. We way more important than them niggas, man.
Right.
Yeah, they got money, but money better be obsolete. Everything better go digital. So you doing this right here, you know what I'm saying? You flagging. That shit ain't shit.
Well, the Lord is going, how about this? You can have the Federal Reserve notes, even the digital currency. The Lord's going to actually make his man the money.
We are the prize.
You see what I'm saying? We're going to be the actual gold. Yeah. And gold in this world is really the most, that's actual money. That's the most
Yeah.
valuable thing is gold.
Yeah.
The Lord is going to make the man of the Lord
More
finer
precious
than that,
than
more precious than that,
Yeah.
more valuable. When you go into that word, precious goes into valuable.
If I may add, and going back to the precept, the Lord has given us this like one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like how these designers, Louis Vuitton, they create 1,000 of these. Hey, the Lord has created only the elect account, elect people. And unlike Jay-Z is compared to us, Lord, with elect, the Lord is going to give it to us. See, they got to go out and buy these one-of-one things and to make it valuable. The Lord has already gave us this most valuable thing, man, on earth, man. The word, man.
Satan has gave them value.
Yeah.
Okay, because whose kingdom is this?
Yeah.
Satan came to Yahweh Shai and say, hey, look, all that you see, I give to you. And you bow down to me. So it was given to them by Satan. And guess what? Their name, just like a Diddy, that's dirt now. That's not something. That's not a what is that? A good name. A good name.
Oh, you know what they say? You don't want to be tied to.
You see what I'm saying? Like your name is everything. Like the Most High said, He holds his word above His name, meaning my word is mine. That's how you know me. That's how you know I'm good because of my name. Because my name it basically shows forth who I am essentially. You see what I'm saying? I forget this. It's like a pre-something. But it's gonna. You hear the name Yahweh, you know. Okay, you know that's business. You know, he know. If he say something, that's it. You see what I'm saying? When you hear Diddy, you not that. You thinking about some crazy shit.
Not baby oil, but that's the thing.
And pre-calls. So let's say 100 years from now, Diddy is gonna be known as a freaky ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? 100 years from now, what is the elect gonna be known? Well, the elect gonna still be in that position with that honor.
Go out to legend.
Yeah, legend, living legend.
Yeah. You know the word legend. That's a heavy word, legend.
And it's only for the saints.
This is
Saints
my man. Look at that definition real quick. Yeah, this show answer that legend.
Yeah. Because if you when you hear about Abraham, what comes to mind? It's legendary. What if we hear about Yahweh Shai? That's legendary. They did legendary stuff. You hear about Elijah. You hear about our forefathers that did great things on the right hand side. Now you do have individuals like a Michael Jordan that did great things. Let's look at basketball. What is that? That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't move the goalpost. That doesn't put Jake into a better situation overall. Again, he was given that power. He was able to become great. Now, does he have any of these guys? Do they not have talent? Yeah, absolutely. All Jake got fucking talent.
Right.
What is it called? Every nigga's a star. You see what I'm saying? Like every nigga can be a star. You can take any Jake and put them in their environment, whether they're funny, they're witty, whether they're athletic, whether they got riz, whether they talent on a fucking piano or whatever it may be. Musician, or they're a great writer, they can write shit, they're a storyteller, they can paint, they can fucking dance. Every nigga's a star in their own right? But does that move the goalpost to salvation? That's the carnal thing. What about you want to be known for standing for righteousness? Yeah. That's what's gonna be held in high regard in the kingdom to come. You're gonna be a real legend. These are that's that name, a new. That's what the Lord said He's gonna write upon you a new name.
This is your proper. He said a good name.
Better than fine.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. It's Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches.
Woo. Damn, so why would you sell out? Cause you think about it. Someone got a good name. Whatever, these celebrities sold out. But is that name good in the heavens? Hell no, the name.
It ain't even good in their whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got certain niggas that hate LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, in his eyes, you know what I mean? He is.
He can't come back.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got like a good name overall. And the Most High to back. See, the thing about the elect, the Most High gonna back up the name. He gonna put his stamp. That's his reputation. You're pretty much the splitting image of the Most High. You're a representative. Remember, the prophets are a representative of the Heavenly Father. This is why you do something to the prophet, you will be judged because you're doing something to the Most High. See what I'm saying? So a good name, a good reputation. In the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have a good reputation. You're not going to have a reputation for being an adulterer, for being a demon, for going against the Most High, for being rebellious. Jake is going to have that everlasting shame and contempt.
That's like, go ahead. That's something you shouldn't want, man. Here it is, you on this side now, you sad, you are happy, right? Head down, you struggling. But then when you get to the kingdom of heaven, you sad again for a moment. The kingdom of heaven, you're supposed to be living it up, having a smile on your face. Yeah, 24/7. Right? But time ain't gonna matter. You know, everlasting smile on your face. There shouldn't come a period. Your head down. Somebody gotta come tell you, you're good now. Maybe.
You a king, you get
You're good.
Yeah, tighten up.
Yeah, tighten up. Lock in, fuck
But it's all spiritual, brother. It's all spiritual.
Yeah. But 2/3 are gonna have to build that shame. They cost, bro. It's the everlasting shame because they refuse to come back onto the house.
And the cool thing about it is, where the fear sets in, is like, really, they have no choice. You see what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, yeah, Jake is wicked and stuff like that. And we trying to, we not trying to get Jake to wake up. We just doing what the Most High told us. See what I'm saying? But they literally had no choice. That's just part of the story. We know for sure we've been called. We don't know if we're chosen. But we're gonna put on as the elect. We're gonna do what the elect are gonna do. The Most High gave us at least that understanding to follow those small instructions. It's not hard, right? But the Heavenly Father has to give you the fuel to be able to actually accomplish it. And that's how you know you're an elect once you get into that chariot. The Holy Spirit should be guiding you all the way to that end. The end is the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
When you're fighting for a particular prize because you actually believe that it's valuable. See what I'm saying? If Jake is fighting for something, Jake fights for a piece of the pie, a crumb of the pie, a crumb of the crumb in this world because they believe that it's valuable. They believe by working 80 hours a week like Kevin Samuels told you to do that you're going to become a high value man. So that you're going to have more status. They believe if they wake up early in the morning like Michael Jordan and shoot 2,000 free throws, 2,000 jump shots, that they'll be able to make it. And when you make it, you'll be able to have that fame, but you want the woman. You see what I'm saying? So they believe that goes into that corruptible crown like Paul spoke about. You know what I mean?
It's back in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1. It said, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold.
This is the book of Sellouts 41. Let's start at 10. Sellouts 41:10 in the Good News translation. What comes into being from nothing will return to nothing, so it will be with the godless, doomed to extinction. A person's body amounts to nothing.
Why? Because it's talking about the wicked name being blotted out of earth. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's going on now, and even Esau, his reputation, that's going to be blotted out. And then when the records are brought up, it's a stain. It's going to be looked at as a stain. Okay, and the Lord's going to have America as that gate stop for eternity. So you can pinpoint wickedness. But that was wicked. That's the nation that the Most High destroyed, as well as the 2/3 were destroyed there too.
Yeah, it's a salvo. It said, verse 11, a person's body amounts to nothing, but a good reputation will last forever. Protect your reputation.
Abraham.
Yeah.
Noah, Lot, Yahushai, the apostles, the different disciples. Their names, literally, we still have the record. Enoch, Adam, like, there's a record of their name, that's the word I was looking for, preceding them in a good way. When you hear about Abraham, you think of oh, he was a friend of the Most High. He did right to David. When you hear David, you don't think about the bad stuff David did. You think about the good stuff David did. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. When you see the elect, you're not going to think about what they did bad. All that's going to be known is what they did good. Okay? The mercy, the Most High bestowed mercy upon these people. And ultimately all Israel too. Okay? All Israel is going to have that particular reputation of being the righteous.
It's First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 50. Now therefore, my son, be ye zealous of the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name.
That's what we want, an everlasting name. Not an everlasting name on this side. There ain't nothing everlasting. Everything this side is temporary. You know, all the accolades that people achieve in this world is going to be destroyed. It's not going to be talking about. So we want an everlasting name from on high, man. You know?
Because it's like, if I may add, like on this side, like these people, these celebrities, they might make it to that status, but yet, you know what I'm saying, some of their past life might come up. But Yahweh said, what he remember thy iniquity no more. He will carry us nowhere into captivity. So what our name is going to be forever doing the right thing on this side. Our past ain't going to be brought up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be over, but ain't going to be nothing. Right. It's going to taint these legends. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be forever. All the nations on the earth going to realize like these were the men, women, and children who stood stiffly for the names of Yahweh Shai. There was no king. No.
Back in Sellouts 41, verse 11, Good News Translation, a person's body amounts to nothing, but a good reputation will last forever. Protect your reputation. It will outlive you and last longer than 1,000 trousers of gold. A good life lasts only so long, but a good reputation will last forever. Right, man. That's why I said look at the generations of old, man.
Yeah.
You know? Look at the generation of old, man. So I'm going right back to that First Maccabees, man. And when you continue reading that, the name Abraham, name Noah, David, Alexander, we were all men who were faithful and had integrity, man. Right? Who didn't denounce Yahweh Shai, man? You know?
Man, those legends and the elders we're speaking about, you know what I'm saying, and what we're coming back in those same lots as our forefathers continuing the legacy, you know what I'm saying? And with that we'll get that great honorable name, the Lord he'll glorify us in the end. Because as the elders speaking about the names being blotted out, you know what I'm saying? 2/3 of our people, what? Their names gonna be blotted out of the Lamb's Book of Life. Because what? They didn't obey. They took the MOTB back.
Oh yeah, they go.
Yeah, and they weren't given, going back to Matthew 13. They didn't have ears to hear or eyes to see, so they could receive the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Wouldn't that be hell? Is that your legacy was you was a nigga and you fought against the Most High? You gonna be hurt. This is Jeremiah 31 and 33. It says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I'll put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai. For I will forgive their iniquity."
So like from the least to the greatest. So this shows you you're gonna be ranked in the kingdom of heaven.
We're not gonna teach you. You don't know what you have us on shot. The moment you turn 1 or 2, or however it might be.
Well, it says that the Lord, He gonna put it in their inward parts.
Yeah, the Lord gonna put it also in the Satan.
So you're gonna be born righteous. Like for example, when a cat is born, a cat doesn't need to be taught how to be a cat. It's already innate in him. You see what I'm saying? Like a lion doesn't need to be taught how to be a lion. Now, do they look at particular things of, you know, the older lions and how they, you know, hunt and shit? Oh, yeah, there's certain things like that, but innately, when a lion grows up, it just wants to fucking just grab shit and eat it. Because it's programmed. That's what it's programmed. So Jake is going to be programmed to be righteous. So your child is not going to come out and have it in their mind to be a sodomite.
Oh.
Your daughter be a harlot, or go lay down with Esau, be a divester. That's not going or have the mind of a modern woman. That's not going to happen. They're already going to be planted. Number one, the father is already going to set the marriage up. It's probably already set up before she moved. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be moving like that. But all our people are going to be righteous. We're going to have the new hardware and the new software. We're going to get a hardware and software upgrade. Okay? Basically what Esau Edom is trying to accomplish through his transhumanism. He wants to upgrade. Okay, but we know that it's on the left-hand side. Okay, it says, "For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more."
This is going to be the kingdom of heaven. When we completely under the new covenant. Because blood got to turn over on the new covenant right now. Finish. How can you be on the new covenant when you got what? You subject to pain? Esau not in the cage. But still in captivity. You're back here right now. You know?
They're not gonna have to do somebody. Jake like, man, bro, I just hurt my back the other day whooping Esau. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen.
I need a break from whooping Esau.
Yeah.
I got a cramp.
My arthritis kicking in, you know. Just want to get ripped too hard.
You're not gonna have to take herbs.
Yeah.
Hey brother, what's going on? Hey brother, I got this stuff with herbs. You ain't gonna have to do that. No, yeah, you ain't gonna have to stress. They gotta get on you. You work out today. You ain't gonna have to do all that. Did you walk? Oh, brother, you eat too much bread, brother. You gotta stop eating. You ain't gonna have to do none of that, man. That's the time where you're gonna actually be able to indulge. It's that the kingdom of heaven is about being able to please the flesh, but in righteousness. Okay, because now we have that balance now. Okay, and if you don't want to eat, you can literally go a year without eating, and there's nothing else gonna be. Like at that time, we're gonna eat for pleasure. We're not even eating for strength. We're gonna the new body. The new body is being held up by the power of the Apostates. That's why the angels don't need to eat. They literally are just fueled by the spirit. We're gonna have a body that's gonna be fueled by the spirit, but we're gonna be able to experience the flesh, the pleasures in the flesh. Okay, you're gonna be able to experience you dealing with a woman, right? You eating food. You taking a nice hot bath. You're gonna feel things, but you don't need those things. Sleep. So, yeah. You don't need sleep.
Stay up for a year.
You can just say, fuck it, I'm gonna go to sleep for a year, and I'm just gonna fucking have fun in my dreams. You know what I mean? Like you be able to control your dream. You can be in a fucking whole new universe in your head, and you're asleep. See what I'm saying? You're gonna be on a whole nother level, or you might fucking just pop up an Esau dream and just fuck her.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Fuck his ass up. You know what I mean? You can do that if you wanted to. Or you can make a double of yourself. That you sleep and then you go out and do whatever the kingdom of heaven is gonna be unbound. Okay? Them spiritual powers. Okay? I had another scripture.
But the problem is, Jake wants the kingdom of heaven on this side. No, this side can't coexist with the kingdom of heaven. Okay, everything on this side is wicked, man. You know? But Jake wants this side.
Yeah.
It's gonna be basketball,
Yeah, man.
NBA. No, nigga. That shit.
Oil and water don't mix.
Oil and water don't mix.
That's why I stay in the pocket. what song for good cannot come, let that song with evil be what? Destroyed. Took it out of the way.
Now, when you really look at it, Jake is playing basketball. Is it fun? Yeah, that's fun. But you're doing that out of necessity, really. Like niggas is playing ball. That's why niggas be balling. Cause they balling, but they need to get paid. You see what I'm saying? Like niggas gotta get paid. Niggas gotta eat. And if you go and you ball, you know, at the YMCA or the 24-hour fitness, whatever, you're doing that so you can decompress, so you can feel better, so you can get out of the house, you get a little workout in. You know what I mean? So you can shoot. So it's a pleasurable thing at that point. But Jake is really doing it because you're in fucking slavery. Bouncing a goddamn ball. Do you see the elite bouncing balls? They're actually enjoying life. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't need to fucking play basketball. That's low level. But that's the mind of Jake. That's how low we've been brought. Where basketball and football and soccer, that's our way of getting out of the hood. The elites are not, I need to play basketball. At that point, they're playing basketball because it's fun. At one point, and there's a particular point where you don't really play basketball like that because you have to deal with life. You might play some hoops, but like, nah, nigga, I can't play that.
Jake make this shit they life.
Why? Because they're good at it.
They need the money.
And they need the money. You think boxers really truly love boxing and working out hard? Yeah, at a certain level, but it's really fueled to get that bag. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's to get that motherfucking bag. Because you getting up fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, running 5 miles, bro.
Dedicated.
I get that shit. That shit's hell. You hit the bag. That shit's hell. You might have some, you knock a nigga out, boom, that feels good for the initial, But then, while you're at home and your fucking body is aching, and you're in pain, you got headaches, and you're moving out of the bed, and you got fucking pop pain pills just to get, you know what I mean? Like, what about the repercussions of all? You gotta literally put your body through, you gotta make your body a living sacrifice for the entertainment of the so-called white man. Then he gave you, okay, maybe you got 5 million, maybe you got 10, maybe you got 20. He takes 50% off of that on top, right off the bat. Then you gotta pay your manager, you gotta pay your team. You might come a $20 billion payout, you might get 4 million cash. Okay, that's cool. How much did he make? He didn't have to lift a fucking finger.
Yeah, all right.
Athletes.
So like a slave trade.
Yeah, athletes. We all got this definition from other times, and it basically means a prize fight. So basically, an action figure. That's what the elites.
Django came in the room, two men to fight each other.
Oh yeah, Mandingo fighter, Mandingo warrior, yeah. It's literally the same thing. It's literally the same fucking thing because them athletes be getting injuries, and then to get those big deals, you already know what they gotta do. If you want to be, you can be an athlete and somewhere make it, but if you want to get to the next level, that's what you want to do, right? You want to be on the TV screen. You want to be here. Yeah, I'm him.
Hey, that's the move I was thinking about.
But the thing about it is still hell because you can't just deal with a woman and it be genuine. You got to worry about her taking you from halfway everything, or calling a grape. You see what I'm saying? Or saying the wrong thing on live TV or an interview. Right, so you have to be within a particular standard of that so-called white man wants you in. Oh, and then you had Adrian Broner, right? If you watch his stream, and there's a part where he was talking about how he didn't have control of his money.
I've seen that video.
And that's all these celebrities. They all have handlers. They can't just take their money out when they want to take out. Okay, Bills.
Like Justin trying to do that, they locked him up.
Who?
Like Justin.
Okay. Yeah.
He's trying to get like I think like $100,000 out the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, call the cops on him.
Yeah, I remember that. This is all these celebrities. They don't have full access to their money. they're being handled. Okay, what to wear. The elites will give them handlers. Okay, here's your stylist. Like you have, what's the nigga? Shay. What's the nigga name? Shannon Sharp. He had a fucking sodomite stylist. A sodomite. And then the sodomite came out like, yeah, we just, you know.
Oh yeah, obviously. Hey, yeah.
If you want to be in that realm.
Bro, one of the female talk show ladies saying that it was him being exposed, you know what I'm saying, in a hotel with sodomite. That shit just diabolical, you know what I'm saying? Hey, going back into having those uncles' names when he get back tainted, we don't have to worry about none of that. Nor will our thought process be like niggas that call this stuff even Shay anyway.
Yeah, you call yourself Shay. You already know something wrong. Yeah. And again, to be on, you see, there's levels of things. Okay, you just can't be in that realm because anybody can make a podcast, anybody can be an athlete, but it's the forces behind you that's pushing you. That's really what makes you, that can get you to elite status.
Yeah, the next level.
You see what I'm saying? You have the small hat pushing you in the forefront because they own the marketing, they own the television, okay, they own the media. Okay, quick story. Years back, when on the phone, when one of these guys with Al Heyman, he's a big time boxing promoter, offered me a deal, and I turned the deal down. And he's like, "Do you know what you're doing?" He said, "You will just be on TV just because you're part of this team. Just because you're part with Al Heyman." This is where Floyd was brought up with Al Heyman. He's a big time boxing promoter guy, but he's plugged in. They're tied in. So if you sign with somebody like that, this is why you will sign a major deal, because you have access to be pushed to the top. While everybody else, they might be better than you, but they're not going to get those positions. They're not going to get that. Remember, they're not going to get that promo. Remember, everything is nepotism. Everything is favoritism. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So this is why you want to be tied in and plugged in, and this is why the circle is so tight amongst celebrities. Is because what? There's gatekeepers. Yep. If you get tied in with a gatekeeper, then you get tied in. If you fall out with the gatekeeper, you disappear. So that's how it is from every level of society on top. And it's not based upon righteousness. It's based upon you being a fucking scumbag. It's based upon wickedness. Okay? It's based upon iniquity. That's what this world offers. Okay? Anytime you go outside of that, boom, you get pushed out of the way. You got it.
It's in Mark chapter 8, verse 36. What should it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what?
But man, that's what a lot of these celebrities do, man. They sell out just to get the fun, to try to have fun at the side of life. Not understanding that you're gonna see death, man. Going out for that moment. Shit's crazy.
Hey, the crazy thing about it, they be selling out, and they life still be miserable.
Yeah.
When they be in the old rich place, that's why they be on all these hard drugs, overdosing, you know, wearing these dog shades, because the stuff they gotta do behind closed door, and when they get in those positions, they be looking at it like, damn, shit, I was better off being broke, you know?
But they made that deal, and they can't go back.
Oh, dog, one-hit wonders?
They ain't you know, one-hit wonders, they didn't want to go to the next level. Because you just don't get initiated into anything. Even within this truth, there's levels of initiation that the Most High brings you. Right? He doesn't just give you all the secrets. You don't get initially that deep with the Most High intimate. He's just revealing himself unto you. So in Icarus, it's like a baby growing up. The Lord ain't gonna put, you know, all this hell upon you initially, starting off, right? He might do that, he could do that, right? But you go through levels, and then your faith builds, both sides start, you know, giving you more responsibility. You know, he give you more of his spirit. But initially, you just believe, right? You just believe. Remember, wisdom tries you. right? So then you start, the deeper you get into the truth, the harder the trial is, but the stronger you are and the stronger you become. Right. So even with Esau, when you get it in levels, he'll draw you in. He'll give you a little taste. But then he's gonna step to it. He's gonna send hands of protection. He'll keep doing it. And then basically the report comes back, okay, is he with it or he's not? Or he's not, or get him out of here. Because again, every nigga's a star. Yeah. You can be replaced. And these celebrities, what happens is they find that out. It doesn't matter how big you are. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. And what happens? The greatness that you obtained through all these years of you sacrificing to Satan, you're not gonna reap the benefit from that. Esau, he's gonna reap the benefit from that. So even if you're dead like Tupac, Esau's still getting paid. They get paid more of your death.
And look, Michael Jackson had another movie.
Good example, yeah, good. Me and you had talked about that.
See? Who getting that money? Jake getting that money. Jake ain't getting that money.
They say that in the industry where they said you work more dead than alive.
So the small hat has curated this whole demonic realm of bringing you up, making money on your rise, and then making more money off your fall.
Hey, y'all remember Taliban had shooting the DVD, The Roots, and remember Chicken George? You know, his dad was making money off him. You know, Chicken George. That's why his name Chicken George, because he was fighting chicken. And he lost. And he had father made the bet to another Edomite. He lost. So when he lost, he had to sell Chicken George to slavery.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it.
But the whole time, Chicken George's dad is making money off him. Huh? That's a slave. That's a movement. You know what I'm saying? That's a slave. Making money off him.
Hey, even the guy doing the interviews with rappers and celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Vlad. You know what I'm saying? And hey, he said he admitted that he was a small head, but hey, he don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So look at
You believe it like the Most High?
Yeah, he don't believe it.
That's all the small hats.
Yes, he's small.
That's all the small hats. They only bring it up. They bring it up because it benefits them in this world.
Right. Yeah.
But I had multiple small hats, like every single one. They always say, yeah, I'm Jewish, but I really don't believe in that. Yeah. But they'll bring it out to use it in their advantage when they need it. To pull that card.
A trump card.
You see what I'm saying? That's what but them small hats, man, they remember demons. And it's
The scriptures say the Most High is not in his house. So he don't care about the Most High. You know, in his mind, he's God. Yeah.
and he said a multiplicated how he loved money. Love it. Man, these small, they about to lose. They're losing now and they're getting ready to lose hard.
Right, but it's not, this ain't USA no more. It's the USI, United States of America. A lot of these Chiefs are fed up, you know? A lot of people fed up about it, man. You know, don't finish this off. Mark 8 and 36 again, for what should it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? What should a man give in exchange for his soul? What's the benefit? The only benefit is what you go ahead and get put to death from on high. But the scriptures tell us, love not the world, leave the things not in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in the world. If you want, James 4:4, you're making yourself an enemy, right? An enemy with the Most High. You know? The Lord has nothing to offer, man. It's 4:26. They have guys want to be rappers. That's how they come around.
In Israel.
And it is like, that too. That shit is diabolical right there.
Precept. This is Proverbs 16 and 16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold?
Right, because what's going to keep you stable during the hard times? Don't jack your coat. Your name, your accolades, your bank account, that's what's going to keep you stable. No, it's the wisdom. The wisdom of the Bible. You know?
much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver.
My man, that's what's the most important thing. As it says in Proverbs 4:7, with all that get it, get understanding. That's the best thing to have in this world. Just using the precept for example, having wisdom better than gold. Well, let's see if you went out into the wilderness or went on a mountain. If you had the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you could probably see gold. You probably run into a gold mine. But if you don't have the knowledge, you'll never know you're standing on a gold mine. But guess what? The Lord has given us the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding, and we're standing on a gold mine, which is knowledge, wisdom, and truth, man. So what we're implanting here, claiming it, you know what I'm saying, and not letting it go. As it speaks about in Revelation, hold on, let no man take thy crown.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the scriptures speak about how the kingdom of heaven is like a man that found a field and there was treasure in it, and he sold everything and he bought that field. Okay, because that's the gold mine right there. If you see say you're on a field, don't look, a plot of land, but you strike oil, you ain't gonna go and tell everybody about that. You gonna quietly say nothing. You're going to go down to the county clerk and you're going to try to find out how much it is to purchase this land. You see what I'm saying? And you'll sell fucking everything. He will look at you crazy. You'll sell your house. You see what I'm saying? You'll sell your cars. You sell your clothes. You'll sell every fucking thing. Just to get that plot of land. Because why? You know that that's going to be much more valuable. Okay?
Yeah, precept. It's Proverbs 8:11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to.
Okay, it's incomparable. This truth is the highest valuable thing to where it becomes priceless. See what I'm saying? This truth is priceless, really. You can't put up, there is no price to it. Furthermore, you have to be initiated just to even know that this is a prize. Not everybody even knows that there's a prize. Okay? But within that, there's certain criteria that you have to meet the standard to. Right? It really is enduring. It's the hardship, it's the straight gate, it's all the hell. Because you're not gonna receive what we're getting ready to receive without going through something. That's just think about that. That's just the state of Israel. Okay? Anything worth obtaining, there's a fight to get it. Okay?
I had a question real quick. This 1 Corinthians chapter
2. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 6. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world.
Yeah, so it's truth. And this wisdom is only given what? As the letter said, to the initiated. Those that are what? Lord's sheep. It says, Lord said, his sheep hear his voice, will follow him. So we have to see the difference with that. Yeah.
Nor of the princes of this world that come to naught.
Yeah. And the princes of this world, we saw you. You know what I'm saying? And they not the people that come to naught, but the knowledge of this world is
Verse 7. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which Yahweh ordained before the world unto our glory.
Yeah, and how did he ordain to do this serving the prophets? You see? And what we're coming back in that lot, speaking these mysteries that the Lord Yahweh has given us. Because it says that Amos, what he revealed the secrets to his servants, the prophets. You see, these mysteries going back to Matthew 13. That's why the disciples, that's in Yahweh, why you speak to them in Pearl? Because it was only given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, not to everybody. This is high value right here. This is what makes you a high value
value being in this earth.
Verse 9. Verse 8. Which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
Yeah, so 2/3 of our people went and picked up our Lord and they knew. And what? As he like they wouldn't have done it either, man, knowing that they were going as Pontius Pilate, he didn't see what anything that Yahweh was used.
Yeah, he didn't find any fault.
He didn't find any fault. See?
Then he also had his wife that had that dream. Said, don't touch this man. See what I'm saying? Don't touch this man. So it was that fear also right there too.
Now people been knowing this from age, you know what I'm saying, from the prophets Isaiah that was spoken of that we would have to say, and yet they didn't understand the mystery because they weren't getting into all they need left. It's a little more.
Well, the main ones, Caiaphas.
Yeah. He knew, yeah.
He knew the leaders, the chiefs, right? And it was because of the preachers and because of the lifestyles that they had during the Roman Empire. Like, if you go into the history of the lifestyles of the Pharisees and Sadducees, they were voluptuous, especially the Sadducees. You know, and they didn't want to give up their position. They knew Yahweh Shah, they knew about the prophecy. They knew that it was true, but it was pride, it was envy, it was covetousness. You know, they wanted the kingdom of heaven to be about them.
All right, this is back in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, picking up at verse 9.
Like the Sadducees, they were more carnal.
Yep.
They were more carnal than the Pharisees. The Pharisees believed in the resurrection.
Yep.
They believed in spirits. So it only makes sense that the Sadducees would be living better if they were more of the world.
Yep. Picking up in verse 9. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which Yahweh have prepared for them that love him.
Kingdom of heaven, man. Because eyes have not seen, not heard. You know what I'm saying? What the Lord Yahweh has prepared for us. But it's only given to the elect, the people of the children that's obedient and that's kingdom minded, that won't be these things. And 2/3 of our people don't want it.
I was gonna say that's why we speak of things even out of our mind on how the kingdom of heaven is gonna be. They can't receive it. But the Lord said the kingdom of heaven is within you. All right, and He said for where your heart is, that's where your treasure should be also. So we treasure the kingdom of heaven because that's what our mind is on. But the things in the Bible pertaining to prophecy gives us a small glimpse of the kingdom of heaven and how the order of it, how things are going to be. You know, even when you go into Revelation and it talks about the streets of gold and the 12 gates and all of the decked out precious stones that the kingdom is going to. Well, that really represents the men.
Yeah.
Now, our cities are going to be beautiful, true enough, but even more beautiful than the physical part of our kingdom is going to be the men that rule the kingdom. And that's the wisdom. The wisdom is more precious than the physical, tangible things. Because you can have the tangible things, but not have the wisdom to maintain, to not have the discipline to upkeep, you know. And that's one of the things that vexed King Solomon. Well, he wrote about it. He said, all this because you have all these things in this life, and then the person that comes after you fucking ruin it.
Well, Esau the perfect example.
Yeah.
He was given everything,
Yep.
and he fucked it up.
Yep.
And now he's so fucked up, he about to fight each other, fight himself
Yeah.
over who's gonna take control
Yeah.
of back again.
Yeah.
Like nigga, you had everything, but as the scriptures say, they were wanton. You know, they had more than their heart desired.
Yeah.
You know, and they didn't have the wisdom and knowledge and understanding to be able to rule with that great power. They say absolute power corrupts.
Yep.
No, it's not. That is you wicked,
Yep.
and you don't have the flesh, the spirit to to actually be able to have all those riches and stay righteous.
Yep.
And not have your mind corrupt, because this is the thing. And what gives this example? Solomon. Solomon was the greatest man that ever lived. He was the richest, more wise man that ever lived.
Yep.
But he was still subject to corruption. And his mind went with his old age.
That's it.
So if he couldn't do it, and he had what, 700 wives, 200 concubines?
Yep.
If he couldn't do it, we can't. You can't even deal with your own woman. You got a problem. Just one woman. Just one. You got all type of problems. You know what I mean? You said, oh, please help. You know? You got one woman, man. And you barely can take care of her. See what I'm saying?
Can't tell her what to work.
You don't have full control. Solomon had full control over them. And he said, they still ain't right. Okay?
I got a piece of the bag as well. This is Sirach 17 and this is Sirach 17 and 30. For all things cannot be in being, because the Son of Man is not immortal. What is brighter than the sun, yet the light thereof faileth, and flesh and blood will imagine evil.
Because you're subject. Okay, the heart is desperately wicked. With that Jeremiah 17:4. 17. Heart is wicked. Yeah. Because Yahweh Shai is not here yet. So we have not been changed. We'll be able to receive these things and be in 100% in the spirit once Yahweh Shai come to get his glory first. And then we'll get our glory and we'll get those new bodies as well to be able to, like, for example, the Lord said go and take out those number of Edomites or Moabites. They can be scared of shit. You know what I mean? Like you got the hatchet. See the little Moabite baby and shit. Your heart will be
conflict is conflict.
But if you're an angel, you in the spirit of an angel, you
don't see a baby.
You
see a spirit.
You see eliminate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're happy. You just want that one are eliminate. You not crying about it. There's no, you see what I'm saying? Like, so we're not even there. Okay.
That's what song was at 137 said. Happy shall we be.
Yeah. That's gonna be the sport of the kingdom of heaven. Forget basketball. To see how pretty you is.
And that's gonna put fear in the other nations to know that we didn't serious about judgment. You know? It's like, oh damn, they don't got no mercy when they come to execute right.
Yeah.
Young and old.
You know?
Because what's it called? Esau's been so lax with judgment. There's really no judgment for him. The only judgment that you see is, you know, you see what I'm saying? That's all that you see. So now when the Lord set up his terminator, the elect, it's gonna be like, nah, these people are serious.
Yeah.
That's why they're gonna feel like the first they ain't gonna hear about Jake. Our reputation is gonna precede us. And it's not gonna be, oh yeah, the Israelites, yo, yeah. No, it's gonna be like, are you coming for peace or war? Did I wait? Hold on. Go through the records. Did we give them their gifts?
Yeah.
Prepare these gifts. Hurry! Prepare 1,000 virgins. Hurry up! Look.
And any report of wickedness in these other nations, they gonna know when they see us what it is. Like, let it be a report of the Moabite, Sodomite, Moabite being a Homite. You know, whoever the king of Moab is, he gonna know. Like, when he comes, he's gonna be pointing. They already have it ready for it. They don't want to get in between that. They don't know. Because they know if they try to save them, they're gonna get judged too.
Yeah, and we gonna have God-like surveillance.
Yeah, so you ain't like hide nowhere.
Because like what Esau is trying to accomplish,
Yeah.
he's trying to accomplish God-like surveillance.
Yep.
Surveillance under the skin.
Yep.
Meaning he'll know before you even do it. We already gonna swing.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm hitting with this. We might, hey, that spirit, don't get on that Moabite, man. But you gonna have them eat squid like and we just waiting back. Fuck. But we gonna have like that God. That's what the Most High do. We gonna have those God-like abilities. Before you even do it, we already gonna know that you did it. We're gonna be like outside. We're gonna be on some director type shit. You see what I'm saying? We're not gonna be in the movie in the sense that we don't know what's going on. We're gonna have director-like ability to where we're gonna be managing. We're gonna actually be able to judge spirits. We're gonna tell Satan, look, jump for whatever purpose that the Most High put in us to do that. We're gonna have that knowledge.
Because everything is about balance with the Most High. So it's still, we say, well, that's wicked. No, it's not. The Most High don't do it. But he does do justice. So in the kingdom, scales are still going to be being balanced. You know, we got to balance what the Moabites did. We got to balance what the Ammonites did. We got to balance with Esau. You already know.
And because look, if Jake forgot about the Most High, right?
Yep.
How much more these other nations? So there's going to be a time we're going to sit back. They're going to be doing what they're doing. They're going to get lax.
Yep.
And a nigga might eat a squid. And they might be serving it. And we just going to be like, all right.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay.
Yep.
And it's like, then now the bill, here's the bill.
Yep.
Judgment. All right, bring out all these motherfuckers that ate the squid.
Yep.
Bring them out here. All right, get a bonfire.
Have Satan make them look at the squid like it's a clean fish. Make the squid have scales and fins on it. Yeah. So they be conflicted. Like, oh, it's clean. It's got scales. It's got 8 tentacles. But did you see that? You see the skin? It's a scale right there. It's just a fin right there. Oh, it's clean. Yep. You're gonna get your ass killed. Look again. But the scriptures tell us, you know, we're gonna meditate terror on this motherfucker. They did it to us.
Yep. And the thing is, we're going to do it justly. Like everything that we're going to do is going to be just. Right? It's not going to be out of an evil heart. Now, to them, it's going to be evil. Evil just means that time, but that doesn't mean that it'll be wicked.
Right.
Okay, because it's going to be weighed in the balance. It's going to be just. We're gonna know that actual spirit. Hey, and if we are the elect, we literally would have a part in creating those spirits. Like you have brothers that create the Moabites and the Ammon, you know what I mean? And Elam and these spirits, and then naming those spirits. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a whole nother level of godship that we're going to be on, man. We ain't gonna be playing no fucking basketball. Okay? That's that low level mindset. We're gonna be controlling spirits. Okay?
All the planets and flying. Come on, man. Catching a football, playing golf.
I got this Jeremiah 17:9. So the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
That's it. The heart. And the Lord is going to change our heart into that fleshly heart. That right now we have that stony heart. You're subject to these spirits entering into your mind. Okay? And due to the flesh, if it wasn't for Yahweh Shemashah, Satan break your ass down. Little by little, he'll break you down, man. Where he got you just all fucked up in the head. If the Lord allows. See what I'm saying? So that's why you got to always fear and stay in that realm of fear, man. Okay?
That's the mercy of the Lord. He put those spirits on you. That's why you got to be thankful that you got the name, you know, the purpose.
Yeah.
You know, when they got here in the world, they had some things early come into the shop. Can we pray for you? I said, oh, God, man. No, I'm good. They look at me like, yeah. They trying to it's women in there going through this place. Good over here. You know, I don't even want to hear this shit. It's like,
No, you got it.
Yeah, but the prayers of the wicked are an abomination, as the scripture says. So you was in the right spirit. You know. But probably something on Jehovah's Witness Christians.
I don't know. It was just weird. They had some t-shirts on. I didn't even read it. I just came in. Can we pray for y'all?
Yeah.
It was like 3 of us in there. We all kind of looking.
Yeah. They call this missionaries, evangelists, something like that. Yeah. You know, just from door to door. A lot of times they're Jehovah's Witnesses.
The work of Satan.
Work of Satan. That's what it is.
All women too.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, all women. Yeah, you're going there with no women.
The total shit. I got that.
You gotta go.
It's Isaiah chapter 2. I started 1. This is a vision that Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all, the most important place on earth.
That's the house of David.
So this in the NLT.
So the mountain of the Lord is the Lord's government, which is the house of David. So it's not going to be an authority over the Lord's government. You know, really, it's only going to be one government. It's going to be a monarchy. It's a totalitarian rule with righteousness. The opposite. You know, rule of the gods. That's the only thing that's going to be so far as authority in the earth.
No other authority.
No other authority.
Can you imagine? There's no other God. There's nobody. You can't turn to nobody else.
Nope.
And nobody help.
Can't nobody help you. The only one that can help you is the one that you're looking at that you need to be obeying. That you need to bow out. See, this is the thing. The nation's gonna literally worship us. Yes, you've never been worshipped. That's crazy.
That's the true definition of flesh. You know, people bow down to you.
Can you imagine the kings of the other nations? It's good to say that. How they gonna bow down to you, man?
Isaiah 65.
Isaiah 6.
Isaiah 6.
Okay. You know, where the king, well, I'll get it, but you know, whatever.
Okay. Isaiah 2 and 2 NLT. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all, the most important place on earth. It will be raised above the other hills.
Yeah, and the most important place on earth, is specifically talking about Jerusalem, is going to be the capital, the headquarters of righteousness of their government body. But the whole earth's going to be ours. Jerusalem just going to be, you know, like the headquarters, the capital. Go ahead.
It said, and people from all over the world will stream there to worship.
Yep.
People
People
from
from all over the world. That's why the elder about to get into it is Isaiah 60 right now. Yep. Go ahead.
And it's beautiful too. It says stream to the world. You can stream down live.
Yep.
But then, hey, watch everybody in real NRL, all these nations can stream unto us and bow down and worship.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
they want the blessing, they don't have to.
Yep.
Then it
That's
said,
gonna be the most desired place on earth. Jerusalem gonna be the most desired place on earth.
And you gotta tap in. You know, niggas say, hey, tap in, you in my city, you gotta tap in.
Yeah.
Like, you literally gonna have to tap in.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be judgment.
it said, people from many nations will come
Oh, you
and
mean
say,
like when you gotta check in?
Yeah.
You gotta check. Oh yeah. Oh, you ain't getting in the whole city. You ain't. No.
Or just like literally you gotta check in with Israel.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you good, you're good standing.
Report.
You gotta report. You gotta send your gifts.
Yep.
There is a nation that would not come up and worship.
Yep.
Right there. Where you gonna worship at? You don't worship, you're gonna get no rain. Meaning you're gonna go into famine, you're gonna go into drought. Disease is gonna set in. Then the nation, that nation's gonna be like, now, who did this? Because it's gonna be leadership. They gonna go and get this nigga, it was the leader, we gotta kill this nigga to set it right. Like Jonah.
Can't lie.
it said, people from many nations will come and say, come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of Jacob, power. There he will teach us his ways, and will walk in his paths. For the Lord Yahweh's teaching will go out from Zion, his word will go out from Jerusalem.
Be the Israelites. That's gonna be the government body, starting with 144,000. Okay, that's gonna be the top. top men. And we're not going to be hiding like the Rothschild and the wicked elite. We're not going to hide. You're going to see it. We're going to be actually shining. Okay?
We ain't hard to find.
And you're going to know who your ruler is. You see what I'm saying? Jake want to be seen. Jake don't buy the top designer clothes. Like the wicked elite don't have like the top clothes and all that. But they not doing that to be seen. When Jake buys something, you gonna see that. They gonna come out, they gonna come clean, dead about it. You know what I mean? They gonna shine their chariot up. You gonna hear them come before you see. They gonna put on their best cologne. They gonna go to the barbershop, get cleaned up. Right? Because that's in the Jake spirit, it's that royalty, man. Jake gonna have the chains on. So we gonna have chains. Okay, our garments gonna be clean. The heathens can't get these garments. And then ultimately we gonna have the spirit of the Lord, we're gonna have wisdom, knowledge, understanding built inside of us. Okay? So we gonna have superhuman, supernatural abilities. So there's nothing that you can do. We can just zap your ass. You know what I mean? Like we ain't gonna do it because just to do it. There's gonna be a reason, and we can facilitate that reason. We can have you think a proud thought and zap you right in front of everybody.
Then we'll be justified.
And it's justified.
Everything will be justified.
You see what I'm saying? So we gonna have that godlike power. Because if the Most High wanted to take your ass out, he'll do it right now. Right? He'll make it to where you do something so he can do it. You see what I'm saying? Lord just don't judge. But if he wanted to just judge you, he could just judge you. He has that godlike ability. Okay? You don't even have to do anything wrong. Remember, Jacob and Esau. Before the children did anything, before they were born, good or evil. Okay? So we gonna have those abilities. What the fuck you gonna say about it? Nevertheless, we are gonna be righteous. See, that's the power that cannot be put in nobody else's hands. Because understanding that concept, you can just be a complete demon. Like Esau. Right, you can be like, we were talking about it last week, just think if Esau had that godlike power.
I don't want to be like that.
Because he has somewhat of that godlike power as far as the rulership and authority on earth, and you see how he treats it. He is as death and cannot be satisfied. The Israelites are about life. Because the word, the law, that's good, that's life. We're going to be teaching the nations how to follow suit, so we're going to be giving them life. Now Esau, the so-called white man, he can't receive life. He's just going to be punished, and then he's going to be exterminated. We're not going to try to teach him. We're just going to beat him down to a pulp and make him work. Okay? He's as a cancer. You don't try to dwell and live with cancer. You just exterminate. Okay? That's Esau.
And they say,
It's good to say he's profane, right? Profane outside the temple. So the Lord's temple is his people. You can't live with us. You can't cohabitate with us. You gotta be moved completely out of the earth.
they say, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai will meditate between nations. He said in NLT. He said, and will settle international disputes. They will handle their swords into plowshares and their spears into woodlands. Nation would no longer fight against nation.
Oh, international disputes, like disputes of land. Land borders. You got nations that are disputing land borders. Disputing and fighting over resources. We don't know, motherfucker. This is your land.
It's your portion right here.
Right here. You see this border? That's where your ass stays.
Don't cross this shit.
You know what I mean?
Cross the drunk line.
And if you try to cross, you better have permission.
Passport.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta check in with the Israelites. We're gonna let you know what you can do. But we gonna let you know what you can do and what you can't do. But it's all gonna be under the confines of the law. The law is not gonna go, but we ain't gonna be totalitarian in a sense, you can't drink out of this stream. Yeah, it's what? Drink.
Yeah.
You can't, you don't have your own plot of land. No, you don't have your land. You're gonna have your inheritance, man.
Resources.
Okay, you're gonna have your resources. We're gonna be known as righteous rulers. When the heathen nations see like, oh yeah, nah, he's good. They're gonna be happy to worship us. Because really, in a sense, they worship Jake anyway. These celebrities and stuff like that. Any of these, like, there's a block on Jake getting these heathen women. You get a fine ass Elamite, you can't get no fine ass Elamite. Get the fine ass Elamite, you can't get her. But be a celebrity. That door wide open now. You see what I'm saying? So it's levels. All right. So we gonna have the ultimate. And number one, we gonna pick what we fucking want. We want that. I don't want you. I want this, and that.
Ain't gonna be no skip, no gang.
Yeah. And the Lord is not gonna tell us no. He's gonna give it to us before we even ask.
And so far as how the rule goes, the scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But people are going to be happy about the way that you live. Sincerely happy, not going along to get along. You know, like how people bow down to other nations, bow down to America because they're afraid of the power. Well, they are going to be afraid of our power, but they also going to be in perfect fear of our power. Perfect fear means they actually going to really be happy about us being in power. They actually going to honor and rejoice the fact. Because they don't feel like, when they say, is this the man? Is this the motherfucker that used to rule right here? I remember when it was unemployment. I remember when it was homeless. I remember when it was, well, they really not gonna remember that, but it ain't gonna be none of that. It ain't gonna be none of that.
Well, that veil is gonna be lifted off of them too.
Yeah.
So they're gonna understand about their past lives. They're gonna understand about what was happening that predated the kingdom, and this is why they're gonna be in such joy, is because it's gonna be a difference from how they were living to how they living now. Remember, because the earth is going to go back to paradise. Like you coming down, when the Most High bring man to earth, there was literally supposed to be a paradise. Like the smells and the woman, you deal with a woman is like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? The food that you eat, like, oh my, everything was pleasurable. Now everything is turned into evil now, man. You eat a piece of bread, you got fucking all kinds. You know, and bread is supposed to be a good thing. You drink some wine, and you got a hangover. You got to worry about sulfites. You got to worry about toxicity. You got to think about, you know, how you got to wake up in the morning. So I can't drink too much. I can't get too married.
Yeah.
And in Kingdom Heaven, you're not gonna worry about that. Like there's gonna be continual employment for these other nations, but we're gonna be a righteous ruler. Okay? They're gonna be happy to work. Yeah. And they're gonna know their purpose down here on earth. See, we're gonna go back to why are you here?
What was you created?
Why were you created? When you ask the other nations why they're here, what's the purpose of life, they'll give you 1,000 different answers, and none of them are gonna be right. They're going to actually know the purpose of why they're here. And every nation has a purpose. They're a tool for the elect. They're a tool for the righteous. We're going to use them why they were created. Like the Moabite was created for a reason. You know? They're created for a particular reason. Ammon is created for a particular reason. Ham is created for a particular reason. And they're going to understand, and we'll beat it into it. Because a good ass whooping, it changes it in your mind. Because you associate that pain with a particular thing that you should have or should not have done. Okay? Oh, you got it.
They say Isaiah 2, back in Isaiah 2 and 4 in the NOT, they would hammer their swords into plowshares and their spears into poodle hooks. Nation would no longer fight against nation.
Now, when you go into Joel, it's the opposite. They're preparing for war. This is what wickedness brings. This is what so-called liberty brings. This is what freedom so-called brings under the rulership of the so-called white man. At the end of the day, while it's all said and done, you're going to go to war and destroy yourself.
War economies.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you had all the liberty. You see what I'm saying? You had all the freedom so-called, you know, but it ended in you destroying yourself.
You create a world that distributes death. Because like pruning hooks, those things are for agriculture and producing and bringing forth fruit.
but swords and spears and weapons of war bring forth death. So his kingdom is all about turning what the Lord intended the earth to be, was to be fruitful, right? He did the opposite. Took the pruning hooks, the agricultural tools, and turned them into weapons of mass destruction.
Because he is as death, he cannot be satisfied. He's the opposite of what Jacob did. Jacob was supposed to bring light. A light into the world. Esau is a light, but it's a wicked light. Okay? But it is a light. So it does have, you know, the semblance of what even Satan has transformed his ministers into, what Satan, angels of light, or ministers of light.
Well, you still learn from Esau's wickedness. Because light represents knowledge, understanding. Well, you learn through his rulership. We are learning. We're learning how not to tell you what not to do, and nothing teaches you better than experience. So yeah, it's a light for us to know. If you don't keep the land Sabbath, if you let homosexuals run rampant, this is what the earth will produce. It'll produce death. Go ahead, bro.
Nation would no longer fight against nation, nor train for war anymore.
Yeah, in the kingdom of heaven, there will be no more war. But in this world, war is freedom, or war is life.
Yep.
Right? Nobody questions here that there's a war going on where you got thousands of people dying right now, and your government is literally dropping bombs on people. And what do you have? You have nothing but mirth here in the land. Everybody wants to party, everybody wants to drink, everybody wants to have a good time. But your government is literally killing people so you can enjoy. But you turn a blind eye to that so you can enjoy yourself. Okay? In the kingdom of heaven, there will be no more war. And there will be no more dropping bombs on people. There literally would be no need for swords anymore. There will be no need for killing instruments. Because everything will be righteous. Okay? But when you bring up these concepts of, you know, world peace, the people, they don't really even understand that concept. They believe this is light, this is peace. Okay? They believe that this is what's going, you know, there's a continuing city here.
There will always be war.
Everything is a joke, everything is
There will always
laugh.
be war.
Okay? But in the kingdom of heaven, there will be no
As
war.
long
There
as
will
we
be no
are
need.
oppressed.
Okay? Go ahead.
As long as we are oppressed.
Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 60.
Hold back.
Start at verse 3. Start at verse 3.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 3. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light.
The Gentiles are speaking about the other nations. They're going to come to our light. Right now, the Gentiles are going to the light of Esau. They're influenced by Esau. You go over to China, you're going to see nothing but a replica of America. Even how they do their government. Even though it's a communist government, it's still structured, okay, like a democratic republic. Okay, we're voting people in and Senate and all that. Okay, that's part of that. That's part of the wine. Okay, go ahead.
And kings to the brightness of the rising.
The kings, the leaders of the other nations, they're gonna come to our brightness. We're gonna be shining. Okay? Just as the king Solomon, the Queen of Sheba came to Solomon, she heard of his wisdom. But in that time, we're gonna have sheer dominion over the planet Earth. Okay? Go ahead.
Lift up thy eyes round about and see. Oh, they gather themselves together. They come to thee. That sons shall come from far, and that daughters shall be nursed at thy side.
So all these nations are going to come to us. There's going to be a time in the kingdom where we're going to be sitting there, and it's like Most High going to have all the nations come to us and say, okay, what do we do? Right now, the nations ain't coming to you. The nations are not coming to Jake, asking Jake, even these so-called celebrities and these
subjects that are on a high end, the other nations are not coming and asking them for advice, asking them for counsel. Is anybody asking Floyd, is Xi Jinping asking Floyd Mayweather for economic advice? Even military advice, strategy. Okay? They'll only come to jail when it's some type of fucking entertainment. How did you do that? How do you do that, Dan?
How you do that, boy?
You know what I mean? And they don't study it, give it to AI, and then plug it into a robot. Now the robot doing the dance, that jet breeze, the soldier. Right? That's the only time they come to you on a folly ship. But real world thing, how to manage economics. What are the ways between a man and a woman? What diet should we do? Okay, how should we plant our crops? What God should we worship? They don't come to you for none of those things. They're doing their own thing. But in the kingdom of heaven, they're going to come to us because we're going to be the authority.
Brother, get that in Proverbs. Righteous on authority.
Proverbs 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So you see the state of the earth can tell you who's in leadership. All across the world is much more. What y'all do is just turn on your local news, turn the local news to your federal level news, and turn the federal level news to your international news. It's consistent all the way across. You know? Lamentations more than woke. In the book that we're reading now is the prophecy of all of those lamentations more than woke coming to an end. And the way that it comes to an end is only through the righteous of plan and authority. Can I give the word authority? And then when you get the prophecy in Daniel the 7th chapter, we can start in verse 13, right?
Authority in the blue letter 87235 in the Hebrew, in the outline of biblical usage, it says be or become great, be or become many, be or become much, be or become numerous, to become many, become numerous, multiply.
You know how to read that too. Do you have a primitive root or authority? Go to the strong.
Okay, all right. This is in the strong to increase.
And the righteous increase. Go ahead.
Yeah, in whatever respect.
Because right now, the scriptures say the wicked compass about the righteous. So there's way more wicked authority in the world than it is righteous authority. But really, righteous authority is the only authority there really is. Wicked authority is vain. It automatically comes to an end. That's why they're usually going to destroy themselves by their attempt to destroy the righteous. Because the Lord if you don't hedge and cover the righteous, the elect are preserved no matter what the wicked try to do. Go ahead.
All right. Bring in abundance.
Bring righteousness in abundance. Go ahead.
Be in authority. Bring up. Continue. Enlarge. Excel. Be full of. Break. Grow up. Heat. Increase. Be long. Be long.
Yep. That's it. Yep.
got one.
Go ahead.
Authority to the possible definition is the power or right to give orders.
Yeah, the power of right to give orders. That's it. So when the righteous are in the power seat and have the right to give orders, then people don't rejoice.
Because you win. You win. Righteous judgment, you win. Like everybody wins. Everybody wins. You feel good. In this world, you can't understand that because it's masked with pleasure. But you see, what's the end result of it? The end result is you get ready to be burned by something you can find. Because you actually think you're able to enjoy sin for sin. Yeah, sin is pleasurable. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Anybody can do that. But what is the fruit?
Make decisions.
And a bad name.
Make decisions and enforce obedience.
Woo! Enforce obedience. And we talk about Revelation 25-26. Shall rule them with rod of iron. You know, then when you go into that rod of iron, it breaks it down. They're authority. They're rigorous rules. Judicial authority.
Isaiah, back in Isaiah,
For example, America has the authority not to bomb Iraq. America has the authority not to take over the nuclear. Like Ezo has the authority to say, you know what? I have to protest. He's so smart, right? He can literally implement the book.
Yeah, he can implement the law.
He has the power to do that.
Yeah,
And he could take down nations that don't want to get with it.
yeah.
He could do that.
He has the authority.
But he can't do it. He's not in there. It ain't in or it ain't in him and it ain't on him.
Can you get right?
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 10.
Hey, matter of fact, that's what Psalm 50 and 16 says. What hast thou to declare my statutes? Seeing that thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee. The Bible is in your judicial system. You actually have trials where people, is that still a thing? Have they do they still do that now? They still do that. And so you gotta, the Lord so cold, he makes you implement all of the righteousness into your judicial system when you judge people. He made that be a part of your judicial system. But you don't even uphold it. You know? You don't uphold this. And the scripture says you break one, you break them all. So you're a partial judge.
Hey, every time you go in there, it's the tip. Today he got you swearing in on the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Of God, your house.
And the judge got a smooth face.
He got a smooth face. And yet he tell you he's serving justice.
And just ate a bacon egg. He ate a bacon, had a bacon sandwich right before he came out. What they call the room the judge be in?
The chamber.
Chamber.
Yeah, right before he came
Judge's
out the chamber,
chamber.
he had a BLT.
Yeah, and he was just looking at some kitties.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, he just had, and he was just, you know, he's looking at the kitty stuff. And then he coming out and judging your ass. And if you gay, he giving you the money, he giving you football numbers.
And tell you to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
You have one judge, yeah.
You know you got lawyers in your room lying to say.
So it was an unjust judge.
They tried.
You had a judge that got shot with a penis pump while he was actually, you know, doing his shit. You know, while he was having cases. He had no bras on, he had no pants on.
Send the judge.
The judge, motherfucker.
He's pumping his feet with the same.
This is the type of judge we're doing.
Perverted.
These are the type of people that we're dealing with, and they come out and they want to judge you. And this is why Esau, when he walks by, you see he can't stand for you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like Esau really doesn't come and listen moment this word comes out, he getting cut.
Get on talking.
He getting cut because what? The real court is in session. Okay? Esau's under trial right now.
Yep.
He's under trial. This is the altar right now. Okay, and we're pronouncing the judgment. We already pronounced the judgment in the supersede. What is called the police officers that haven't came and grabbed Esau yet. That's what they left. So he's hearing the judgment. He's hearing the sentence. The gavel has not been, boom, taken out away yet. The gavel's going to be how it's coming back and cracking those clouds. That's when the enforcers going to come and grab your ass up. And you don't hide it too. But that makes for a good, like, part of the movie. I want you to hide. He scurried and hid. And we going to kick down the motherfucking deep underground military bunkers. You down in the sea, we going to rip your ass out of the sea. We going to have Leviathan bite your ass. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's a hunter. A bounty hunter. The Lord is going to make us hunters at that time. Jeremiah 16:16. Right now we're fishing. Then he gonna turn us into hunters. Spiritual bounty hunters, like the brother said. Okay, and we gonna have the authority to kick down your fucking door. Not like the authorities these bounty hunters have, where they're only limited capability, they can't carry particular weapons. We gonna be the weapon. The scriptures say that he made his creature the weapon. Battle axe. Yeah, we got a war here. Esau. Esau, and he guilty because they're gonna run from the land. Could you imagine, like we bring him and we go right in front of Yahweh? Could you imagine what the fear? Like, bro, could you imagine that? We grab all the ass up and we stand over and you got Yahweh right there. Hey, Luke 19:47. I love that.
Jake's too. Oh
yeah, Jake's the show.
We're going to do some Jake's there. We're going to have some Jake's that's going to have bumpers. Lesser luminary type Jake's. You know they got these billionaire status. Before they follow up to matter of fact, you want to get God first.
Yeah, you can't get it first. You got to get the niggas out of the way first.
Get the niggas out of the way first.
You know what I mean? Because you can't really truly enjoy yourself if you get niggas out of the way. Once you got that straight now, you see what I'm saying?
First order of business. Get niggas out.
No more niggas. Okay. We feel better. Now let's execute the niggas.
Y'all some niggas in the bosom. Y'all get these niggas in the bosom. Yeah.
And once we get niggas out of the way, because we know they're going to come back like this. So we get out of the way. Yep. So we good? Everybody good? All right. Boom. All right. Now.
It's like Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10. And the sons.
But you know what? If you want to do that, just go and start reading down from where you're at. They'll elaborate a little bit. Yeah, you can grab it.
Isaiah 60 and 5. Then thou deceive and flow together, and your heart confused and be enlarged.
Even at that time, we're going to still have fear of the Most High. Like a sword. You know what I mean?
He said, because the heart, because the abundance of the seed to be converted.
But at least what they have is going to be nowhere in comparison to what we have. Because the abuse don't have full authority. Who was the NWO in the mouth? So they can have full authority. We're going to have actual full authority in that thing. And we're going to be like, damn, we're going to get off?
The forces of the Gentiles come on.
Their resources. We don't get all their resources. We don't get them. They're they don't get speculated. Compromised. These other nations of these other women of the nation, they were created to be uncompromised. They're created to be left alive. us their good. Who is the Father good?
Isaiah 60, verse 7. All the lots of the stars shall be gathered together underneath the ram of his oak shall be underneath. They shall go up together on thine altar. And he said, they shall come up together on thine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory.
Yeah, the house of the Lord. We're going to be all, we're going to have no good like that. Okay, you're not going to have brothers with no ears. You know? You got cars. Okay? You know, you still drunk. You got that flawless hair. Gold and resources are beautified. And what's going to make you more beautiful is the ones that inhabit the fruit. That's what really makes the land beautiful, because you can get praise. Men can get praise. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 9, surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of cross will work. To bring thy sons from far, their silver, their gold, wisdom, unto the name of the Lord thy power.
Where you go, the name of the Lord is going to be what? Written inside of them. So they're going to bring it to us. That's the level of power and opulence and royalty, okay, that we're getting ready to receive. We're yet getting to comprehend the level in which we're going to be placed upon. When the Lord sees these things, they got to fight for us. On the carnal, they got to go and kill people to get these people. All we have to do is worship now by the time we're going to give it to them.
And it says, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified me. Verse 10, and the sons of strangers shall build on thy walls.
We're not going to build. We built up their walls, right?
And their king shall minister unto me. What is thy, what in my wrath I spoke thee, but in my right have thy mercy.
And the other day they're going to bug out because they stood in this little state and they actually rejoiced in it. But the roles are going to be reversed on the level that nobody ever seen. Brag the Richard story more than anybody. Like, for example, you win the lottery, say you win $1 billion. In this world, you make what is God. This means he calls the state, you have to come back. The family going to be begging you all about this. You want to be somewhere, enjoy your riches, and everybody that comes into your life is going to hand that. So, okay? And you still subject against the growing old and getting sick. But in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have everything. And you're going to have power. And you're going to be able to really enjoy it. Okay? So what we're getting ready to receive is leaps and bounds greater than what Esau Edom did to try to offer you. Because that chick is not going to fulfill all what you need. So he's still gonna give you the bad thing he did. When Esau do what the fuck is Esau doing? And if he did good, he did it on the road. Now his whole mindset is not to fuck with niggas up. I didn't want to do that. Let's change that. Let's put the niggas back in school. We should never I thought I was right. I thought I wrong is right. This right thing that I did, I thought I wrong. I don't like niggas that niggas able to eat. I don't like that. The niggas want to eat healthy, put add parasites to it. Niggas, yeah, don't let them eat no lettuce. They're allergic to lettuce now. Or have them get bit by the Lone Star chicken and get allergic to meat. Get allergic to red meat. Fuck them up. Niggas been eating too much red meat. Gotta get some 3D meat.
Verse 11. Therefore, Isaiah chapter 50, verse 11. Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually.
Our gate. What is that represent? Well, we're going to go into those gates are going to represent the flow of traffic. Importing. We're going to be importing, baby. And what are we going to export? Right? Okay? And if any niggas don't want to get with it, we're going to take your ass out.
That's always open for input.
It's literally every time you go. Just flowing all. So we got to eat, right? Yeah. Like the party. Yeah. We need those grapes. Yeah. We need those incense. We need that gold. Where's my quote? I'm saying, Elon. How much gold did I get? Oh, yeah, I like it. I got it like that, man. All right. Double it. All right.
It's done quotas. It's a quotas next.
You know what I'm saying?
Finish the note. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring up unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
The forces are the resources. That includes them. They're not going to sell themselves. They're not going to sell themselves to the slave or to the district slavery practice. They are the slaves.
Come on.
They're gonna learn that they were trained to be our slaves.
They're going to have beauty pageants for the finest women in their nation. Just to bring up the beauty pageant is not for them. It's for them to bring her up. You want the finest of your women. So you gotta have a beauty pageant.
Yeah,
No, but that's they actually do that. Well, you have, where they'll worship particular gods, and they'll sacrifice particular virgins to particular gods.
Right.
To appease the god so they can have good crops, or they can have whatever, to appease the spirit. Well, they're going to do that. The sacrifice is you're going to have to bust it down. You see what I'm saying? Like, and they're going to be young, too. Never been touched. The best of the best. The best of Moab. The best of Edom. The best of Ham. Elam. Japheth. The best of the best, baby. Okay? And if we see you sneaking around something, that's good. Because you're going to get the ugly one. We're going to fuck you up.
They're not be trying to hold them.
You're going to have women that are going to have children, and these women and the young boys going to be serving. They're going to literally be brought to us. That's part of those resources. They're going to literally be brought to us here. Do with them as you want. We might not want to take it a while. We're going to give it to our sons. Our sons, one of our sons, one of our grandchildren. You know what I mean? Or give them, hey, brother, I know you like these motorbikes, brother. I got we don't actually could you imagine you popping up to a brother's estate and you got 100 women from different nations, never been touched, and say, hey, brother, which one do you want? You get first dibs. It's
Hey, I'm coming back the next 6 months. I got one every week for you, bro.
Could you imagine that? That's human trafficking on a whole nother level.
Oh yeah.
Right? But that's in the right hand side, right? Okay? Because we gonna treat them right.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna be sneaky.
And we ain't gonna be doing no it's my turn, then we gonna have other, but you know what I mean? Like none of that sick shit, man. That's what Esau does. Then he'll put them to death and just drink the blood.
Oh man.
Not so. You supposed to have her and make her work for you. You know what I'm saying? And build up your legacy. They ain't supposed to be drinking blood and shit, doing no weird shit, man. But that's Esau. We gonna do it on the right hand side. Okay.
All right. Finishing off Isaiah 60 and verse 11, it says, and they may bring the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be broke. Verse 12, for the nation and kingdom that would not serve
There we go.
shall perish.
There we go. They don't want to serve us. So we're going to lay down what the responsibility and the things that you need to do to obtain life. This is life. Do this and you win. Disobey, you lose. Okay? And judgment is going to be going on in real time, and we ain't going to allow it to affect you. We're going to be on your ass. Bow, we popping up. Okay? Go ahead.
And it says, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
So this is going. So that's because that's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. Satan gonna jump on them. They gonna think they bad. Okay. They gonna not do what. They gonna not bring up those forces. They're not gonna be giving us the choice. They're not gonna come. They're not gonna come to Jerusalem with them offerings. And we gonna know. And then we might just. Hey, the scripture says they're not gonna get no rain. We might just starve their ass to death. Then. And then say. Then we'll put an embargo on their ass. And we tell these niggas, you pray with them, you'll get that same thing. They gonna be like,
You know your own player.
and if they try to come, they try to come into your border, let us know.
Yep.
We're gonna be on their ass.
Yep.
And then that's gonna make the other niggas fear. Right? Be like,
You want some of these?
Nope.
Come on, man.
but that's what this judgment's gonna bring.
Mm-hmm.
These nations ain't gonna want none of that. And we're gonna be the enforcers, man. Righteous people.
Yep. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, this is edifying for the elect. We're going to turn it towards the east of all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash.
We're going to give double honor to the elders, many apostles, the GMS, salutations and blessings to the actors around the world, preaching and teaching the truth.
Baba,
Shalom.
Come on, Master.